Yashodananda Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jai Jai Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Desa Chanda, Jai Gora Bhakta Dhira. Jaya Desa Chanda, Jai Gora Bhakta Dhira. Jaya Desa Chanda, Jai Gora Bhakta Dhira. Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Jaya Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chanda, Jaya Gora Bhakta Dhira. Jaya Dvaita Chanda, Jaya Gora Bhakta Dhira. Jai Jai Shri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda Advaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, His Divine Graces, Co-founder Acharya Jagat Guru, Srila Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramahamsa, Parivajagacharya, Astuta Sri Divine Graces, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai, Ananta Gauri Vaishnava Ki Jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai, Prem Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita, Gadadhara Siva Sari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai, Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinata, Shyama Korada Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai, Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mathura Dham Ki Jai, Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Jamuna Mai Ki Jai, Ganges Mai Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees. Glory to Sri Sri Guru Sri Gauranga. Krishna Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Salakaya Chakshunanvitanjena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Caitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantika Vandiham Sri Gurun Sri Utapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Gunatan Vitam Tam Sajiva Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopi Gopika Kanta Ada Kanta Namastute Taptakanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Brisavana Suti Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sundhyayavacha Pajitana Pavaniyo Vaishnavyo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Siva Sari Gaura Bhattacharya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila Chapter 9. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's travels to the holy places. We continue from text 12. Sei Sarva Vaishnava Mahaprabhura Darasanim Krishna Upasaka Hoililaya Krishnanam. After meeting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all those different Vaishnavas became devotees of Krishna and began chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Pahimam, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Rakshaman. O Lord Ramachandra, descendant of Maharaj Raghu, kindly protect me. O Lord Krishna, king of the Kesidin, kindly protect me. E Sloka Pate Pai Di Karila Prayana Gotambigam Gaya Yahi Koila Ganga Snan. While walking on the road, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to chant this Ram Raghava mantra. Chanting in this way, he arrived at the bounds of the Gotami Ganga and took his bath there. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then went to Malikarjuna Tirtha and saw the deity of Lord Shiva there. He also induced all the people to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. There he saw Lord Mahadev Shiva. The servant of Lord Ram. He then went to Aho Vala Singha. Aho Vala Singha. Very tall. Very tall. Risky. You climb and climb and climb. The more you go, the higher it goes. It goes like that. But the classroom of Prahlad Maharaj is at the base, is down. The pillar in the Singha was killed here because we were on top there. The classroom is very big, bigger than this compound. The stone platform is a stone made of stone. A very nice classroom. I wonder what we were doing during the winter, during the summer. How were they doing that? Because it's open air. It's open air. It then falls, the sun shines, the winter, cool. I mean, their body is what do I say? They can adjust the body to winter, adjust the body to summer. So they are equal to it. Upon seeing the Ahovala Narsingha deity, Caitanya Mahaprabhu offered many prayers unto the Lord. He then went to Siddhavat, where he saw the deity of Ramachandra, the Lord of Sita Devi. Upon seeing the deity of Lord Ramachandra, the descendant of King Raghu, the Lord offered his prayers and obeisances. Then, a Brahmana invited the Lord to take lunch. That Brahmana constantly chanted the holy name of Ram Chandra. Indeed, but for chanting Lord Ramachandra's holy name, that Brahmana did not speak a word. That day, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu remained there and accepted prasadam at his house. After bestowing mercy upon him, in this way, the Lord proceeded ahead. At the holy place known as Skanda Chetra, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu visited the temple of Skanda. From there, he went to Trimata, where he saw the Vishnu deity of Trivikram. After visiting the temple of Trivikram, the Lord returned to Siddhavat, where he again visited the house of the Brahmana, who was now constantly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. After finishing his lunch there, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked the Brahmana, "My dear friend, kindly tell me what your position is now. Formerly, you were constantly chanting the holy name of Lord Ram. Why are you now constantly chanting the holy name of Krishna?" The Brahmana replied, "This is all due to your influence, sir. After seeing you, I have lost my lifelong practice. From my childhood, I have been chanting the holy name of Lord Ramachandra, but upon seeing you, I chanted the holy name of Lord Krishna just once. Since then, the holy name of Krishna has been tightly fixed upon my tongue. Indeed, since I have been chanting the holy name of Krishna, the holy name of Lord Ramachandra has gone far away. From my childhood, I have been collecting the glories of the holy name from revealed scriptures. The supreme absolute truth is called Ram because the transcendentalists take pleasure in the unlimited true pleasure of spiritual existence. The word Krishna is the attractive feature of the Lord's existence, and now means spiritual pleasure. When the verb Krishna is added to the affixed na, it becomes Krishna, which indicates the absolute truth. As far as the holy names of Ram and Krishna are concerned, they are on an equal level, but for further advancement, we receive some specific information from the revealed scriptures. Lord Shiva addressed his wife Durga. Oh Varana, I chant the holy name of Ram, Ram, Ram. And those enjoy this beautiful sound. This holy name of Ramachandra is equal to 1,000 holy names of Lord Vishnu. The pious result derived from chanting the 1,000 holy names of Vishnu 3 times can be attained by only one utterance of the holy name of Krishna. Ram, Ram, Ram is equal to 1,000 names of Krishna. If you say Krishna, Ramchandra, Ram, 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 you have chanted 1,000 names of Vishnu. And if you chant Krishna, it means you have chanted Ram, Ram, Ram. Which one is better?
Krishna.
So Krishna. That's the ultimate. Who is speaking this? Who is speaking?
Lord Shiva.
Who is speaking? Who is speaking? According to this statement of the Shastras, the glories of the holy name of Krishna are unlimited. Still, I could not chant his holy name. Please hear the reason for this. My worshipable Lord has been Lord Ramachandra, and by chanting his holy name I received happiness. Because I received such happiness, I chanted the holy name of Ram day and night. By your appearance, Lord Krishna's holy name also appeared, and at that time, the glories of Krishna's name awoke in my heart. Sir, you are that Lord Krishna himself. This is my conclusion. Saying this, the Brahmana fell down at the lotus feet of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After showering mercy to the Brahmana, Lord Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu left the next day and arrived at Vridha Kasi, where he visited the temple of Lord Shiva. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then left Vridha Kasi and proceeded further. In one village, he saw that most of the residents were Brahmanas, and he took his rest there. Due to the influence of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, many millions of men came just to see him. Indeed, the assembly being unlimited, its numbers could not be counted. The Lord's bodily features were very beautiful, and in addition, he was always in the ecstasy of love of Godhead. Simply by seeing him, everyone began chanting the holy name of Krishna, and thus everyone became a Vaishnava devotee. There are many kinds of philosophers. Some are logicians who follow Gautam or Kanada. Some follow the Mimamsa philosophy of Jaimini. Some follow the Mayavad philosophy of Sankaracharya, and others follow the Kapil's Sankhya philosophy or the mystic yoga system of Patanjali. Some follow the Smriti Shastra, composed of 20 religious scriptures, and others follow the Puranas and the Tantra Shastra. In this way, there are many different types of philosophers. All of these adherents of various scriptures were ready to present the conclusions of their respective scriptures. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu broke all the opinions to pieces and established his own cult of Bhakti based on the Vedas, Vedanta, the Brahma Sutra, and the philosophy of Achintya Veda Tattva. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established the devotional cult everywhere. No one could defeat him. Being thus defeated by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these philosophers and their followers entered into his cult. In this way, Lord Chaitanya made South India into a country of Vaishnavas. When the non-believers heard of the erudition of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they came to him with great pride, bringing their disciples with them. One of them was a leader of Buddhist cult and was a very learned scholar. He established the 9 philosophical conclusions of Buddhism. He came before the Lord and began to speak. Although the Buddhists are unfit for this discussion and should not be seen by Vaishnavas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke to them just to decrease their false pride. The scriptures of the Buddhist cult are chiefly based on argument and logic, and they contain 9 chief principles. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defeated the Buddhists in their argument, they could not establish their cult. Purport. Srila Prabhupada. Srila Bhakti Thakur states that according to the Buddhist cult, there are 2 ways of understanding philosophy. One is called Hinayana, and the other is called Mahayana. Along the Buddhist path, there are 9 principles. 1. The creation is eternal. The creation is anything which is created has a beginning. And anything that has a beginning, there will be an end. How is it eternal? Useless. Therefore, there is no need to accept the Creator. Why not? What is wrong with the Creator? Because He created? How did they get their body? How did they get their own body, their own material body they're using? Buddhists, they don't have material body. How did they get their body? They're not created. Then how do they? Why should they have material body? If the Creator is not important, it should not be accepted. How do they get their body? Foolish. Alpa Buddha. That's what Gita said. Alpa Buddha. That is 16:9. Alpa Buddha. Chapter 16, text 9. You know? Less intelligent. 2. This cosmic manifestation is false. How is it false? If you look at the word definition, false means what? What do you say false? What is the meaning of false? False. In English, false means what? What is the meaning?
That which does not exist.
Doesn't exist. False means it's not there. It's not there. Say, what I'm saying is false means it doesn't exist. What I'm saying is that it has no basis, no foundation. Huh? So how is this false? How is cosmic manifestation false? Brahma Satyam Jaga Mithya. How is it false? I will not sing it. Right? How is it false? We're not seeing the sky, at least. Even though we don't see the air, can't we feel the air? Can't we see persons also? So is it false? You're false. Someone tell you that you'll be happy with the person, you think this is an intelligent person, you're false. You don't exist. I'm not seeing you. What I'm seeing is not you. It's something else. What is it? Do they eat? I don't know, I'm asking. Buddhists, do they eat? Eh? Eat what? Eat false? No, hunger is false. Hunger is false. There's nothing like hunger. So you don't have to eat. Right? They go to hospital? Do they go to hospital? Buddhist. They go?
Yes.
No. That's false. That is false. Melanoma cancer is false. It's false, but it's going to take your body. That's false. Yeah? That's false. Less intelligent. Alpha Buddha. Tiri. You're very dangerous people. I am the truth. I am? They're dangerous people. Dangerous people. I am the truth. Who is that you? Who is that? And where does it come from? Where do you come from? From where? Where did you come from? Answer me. I'm asking you. Where did you come from? Yeah, the truth. Yes, okay, but where you come from? Where do you come from? From where? To become the truth. Very dangerous. 4. There is repetition of birth and death. Okay, yeah, this one is true. But if the cosmic is false, what is the where will the repetition of birth and death come from? Where? If the cosmic is false, how birth and death will come from where? Birth and death from where? Is what? Not cosmic creation? So no, not cosmic creation. So birth and death is coming from where? Where? There is repetition of birth and death. 5. Lord Buddha is the only source of understanding the truth. Right? Lord Buddha is the only source of understanding me, not you. Because he says, I'm the truth. I am the truth. So it is me. To understand myself is Lord Buddha. Very dangerous. 6. The principle of Nibbana, or annihilation, is the ultimate goal. Annihilating what? What are we annihilating? When there's no cosmic, what are we annihilating?
Force.
Oh, force. Okay. Annihilating force. Very dangerous people. 7. The philosophy of Buddha is the only philosophical part. 8. The Vedas are compiled by human beings. Yeah, yesterday we were talking about it. Vedas are compiled by human beings. Krishna is called, the scripture is called Aparushaya. Aparushaya means they're not compiled by human beings, but they say it is by human beings. 9. Pious activities, showing mercy to others and so on are advised. Showing mercy to Brahman. Who is you? You are the Brahman. Tapamasi. Brahmasmi. Very dangerous. No one can attain the absolute truth by argument. One may be very expert in logic, and another person may be even more expert in the art of argument. Because there is so much word jugglery in logic, one can never come to the real conclusion about the absolute truth by argument. What is the basis of argument? What is the basis of argument? The basis.
Logic.
Okay. Okay. Where are we arguing? What do we argue?
You get a clear understanding.
Why do we argue?
To prove something.
To prove something right. Right.
So I am right.
To claim right. Argument is to claim right. I'm superior to you and you will accept. You will accept? Because you are my disciple? You will accept? Huh? No. I am better. Then, false ego. I'm the best, you are the best. All of us are the best, and the best are competing. That is argument. That is logic. Useless. Because the followers of the Vedic principles understand this. However, it is seen here that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu defeated the Buddhist philosophy by argument. Those who are preachers in ISKCON will certainly meet many people who believe in intellectual argument. Most of these people do not believe in the authority of the Vedas. Nevertheless, they accept intellectual speculation and argument. Therefore, the preachers of Krishna consciousness should be prepared to defeat others by argument, just as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. In this verse, it is clearly said, Tarake Kandila Prabhu. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu put forward such a strong argument that the Buddhists could not counter him to establish their cult. Their first principle is that the Christian has always existed. But if this were the case, there could be no theory of annihilation. Yes. The Buddhists maintain that annihilation or dissolution is the highest truth. If the creation eternally exists, there is no question of dissolution or annihilation. This argument is not very strong because by practical experience we see that material things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. The ultimate aim of the Buddhist philosophy is to dissolve the body. This is proposed because the body has a beginning. Similarly, The entire cosmic manifestation is a gigantic body. But if we accept that it always exists, there can be no question of annihilation. Therefore, the attempt to annihilate everything in order to attain zero is an absurdity. By our own practical experience, we have to accept the beginning of creation. And when we accept the beginning, we must accept the Creator. Such a Creator must possess an all-passive body, as pointed out in the Bhagavad Gita 13:14. Sarvata pani padam tad sarvato rakshi shiramukam sarvata sutimal loki sarvam abritya tishtati. Everywhere are his hands and legs, his eyes, heads, and faces. And he has ears everywhere. In this way, the Supersoul exists, pervading everything. The Supreme Person must be present everywhere. His body existed before the creation, otherwise he could not be the Creator. If the Supreme Person is a created being, there can be no question of a Creator. The conclusion is that the cosmic manifestation is certainly created at a certain time, and the Creator existed before the creation. Therefore, the Creator is not a created being. The Creator is Param Brahman, or the Supreme Spirit. Matter is not only subordinate to spirit, but is actually created on the basis of spirit. When the spirit soul enters the womb of a mother, the body is created by material ingredients supplied by the mother. Everything is created in the material world, and consequently, there must be a Creator who is Supreme Spirit and who is distinct from matter. It is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita that the material energy is inferior and that the spiritual energy is the living entity. Both inferior and superior energies belongs to a Supreme Person. The Buddhists argue that the world is false, but this is not valid. The world is temporary, but it is not false. As long as we have the body, we must suffer the pleasures and pains of the body, even though we are not the body. We may not take these pleasures and pains very seriously, but they are factual nonetheless. We cannot actually say that they are false. If the bodily pains and pleasures are false, the creation will be false also. And consequently, no one will take very much interest in it. The conclusion is that the material creation is not false or imaginary, but it is temporary. The Buddhists maintain that the principle, I am, is the ultimate truth, but this excludes the individuality of I and you. If there is no I and you or individuality, there is no possibility of argument. The Buddhist philosophy depends on argument, but there can be no argument if one simply depends on I am. There must be a you or another person also. The philosophy of duality, the existence of the individual soul and the super soul must be there. This is confirmed in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita 2:12, wherein Lord Krishna says, Na tveva ham tatu nasam, na tvam neme jana dipaha, na chaiva na bhavishama sarve bhayam ata param. Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Now, tu eva ham, Two about Krishna is speaking. Never was there a time which I did not exist. Jatu Nasa. I have always existed. Now, Tom, you Arjun. Nemejana Dipa, all these kings present here, all the kings here. Not Chaiva, nor shall we exist to exist in the future. Sabibaya Matarparam. We have always existed in the beginning, the past, and the future. Said the soul is eternal. We existed in the past in different bodies, and after the annihilation of the bodies of this body, we shall exist in another body. The principle of the soul is eternal, and it exists in this body or in another body. Even in this lifetime, we experience existence in a child's body, in a youth's body, a man's body, and an old body. After the annihilation of the body, we acquire another body. The Buddhists called also accept the philosophy of transmigration. But the Buddhists do not properly explain the next births. There are 8,400,000 species of life. And our next birth may be in any one of them. Therefore, this human body is not guaranteed. According to the Buddhist 50 principle, Lord Buddha is the only source for the attainment of knowledge. We cannot accept this for Lord Buddha rejected the principles of Vedic knowledge. One must accept the principle of standard knowledge because one cannot attain the absolute simply by intellectual speculation. If everyone is an authority, or if everyone accepts his own intelligence as the ultimate criterion, as is presently fashionable, the scripture will be interpreted in many different ways, and everyone will claim that his own philosophy is supreme. This has become a very grave problem, and everyone is interpreting scripture in his own way and setting up his own basis of authority. Now everybody and anybody is trying to establish his own theory as the ultimate truth. The Buddhists theorize that annihilation or nirvana is the ultimate goal. Annihilation applies to the body, but the spirit soul transmigrated from one body to another. If this were not the case, how can so many multifarious bodies come into existence? If the next birth is a fact, then the next body, the bodily form, is also a fact. As soon as we accept the material body, we must accept the fact that that body will be annihilated and that we will have to accept another body. If all material bodies are doomed to annihilation, we must obtain a non-material body or a spiritual body. If we wish the next birth to be anything but false, how the spiritual body is attained is explained by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita 4:9. Janma karma chamedi vyamevam yobiti tatataha tattva punara janma naiti mameti swarajuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activity does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode. Oh, Arjuna, this is the highest perfection. Give up one's material body and not accept another body to return home back to Godhead. It is not that perfection means one's existence becomes void or zero. Existence continues, but if we positively want to annihilate the material body, we have to accept the spiritual body. Otherwise, there can be no eternality of the soul. We cannot accept the theory that the Buddhist philosophy is the only way, for there are so many defects in that philosophy. A perfect philosophy is one that has no defect, and that is Vedanta philosophy. No one can point out any defect in Vedanta philosophy, and therefore we can conclude that Vedanta is the supreme philosophical way of understanding the truth. According to the Buddhist code, the Vedas are compiled by ordinary human beings. If this were the case, they would not be authoritative. From the Vedic literatures, we understand that shortly after the creation, Lord Brahma was instructed in the Vedas. It is not that the Vedas were created by Brahma, although Brahma is the original person in the universe. If Brahma did not create the Vedas, but he is acknowledged as the first created being, where from the Vedic knowledge come to Brahma? Obviously, the Vedas did not come from an ordinary person born in this material world. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, Tende Brahma Hridaya Adhikaya. After the creation, the Supreme Person imparted Vedic knowledge within the heart of Brahma. There was no person in the beginning of the creation other than Brahma, yet he did not compile the Vedas. Therefore, the conclusion is that the Vedas were not compiled by any created being. Vedic knowledge was given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead who created this material world. This is also accepted by Sankaracharya, although he is not a Vaishnava. It is stated that mercy is one of the qualities of a Buddhist. But mercy is a relative thing. We show our mercy to a subordinate or to one who is suffering more than others. However, if there is a superior person present, the superior person cannot be the object of our mercy. Rather, we are object of the mercy of the superior person. Therefore, showing compassion and mercy is a relative activity. It is not the absolute truth. Apart from this, we also must know what actual mercy is. To give a sick man something forbidden for him to eat is not mercy. Rather, it is cruelty. Unless we know what mercy really is, we may create an undesirable situation. If we wish to show real mercy, we will preach Krishna consciousness in order to revive the lost consciousness of human beings, the living entity's original consciousness. Since the Buddhist philosophy does not admit the existence of the spirit soul, the so-called mercy of the Buddhists is a defective one. It's defective. That is the conclusion. The teacher of the Buddhist cult set forth the 9 principles, but Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu broke them to pieces with his strong logic. All mental speculators and learned scholars were defeated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and when the people began to laugh, the Buddhist philosophers felt both shame and fear. The Buddhists could understand that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a Vaishnava, and they returned home very unhappy. Later, however, they began to plot against the Lord. Having made their plot, the Buddhists brought a plate of untouchable food before Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and called it Mahaprasada. Mahaprasad. In Calcutta, there is a slaughterhouse. The slaughterhouse is named Durga Temple. the Durga temple. It's a slaughterhouse, but they name it Durga temple. Meaning that we buy meat from this shop, yeah, taking prasad. And people are so people are rushing there to go and get Mahaprasadam, Durga Mahaprasadam. You see how dangerous we are. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dismantled all these things and gave us sweet Krishna, Prajnana Nanda, along with Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Chaitanya Chaitamrita ki jai. Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gautam Anandi, all glorious assembled.